Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going to address the second stimulus check and who is eligible for that. We're also going to go over the stimulus package update. I want to explain the Explore America $4,000 tax credit. Again, this is a tax credit. It's not a stimulus check. I'm also going to talk about how people are getting $300 that are on SSI and SSDI and are elderly. Okay, so we're going to address that in this video as well, and we're also going to talk about the $250 hazard pay that people are receiving. So if you have any questions on anything that you hear in today's video, you can always comment down in the comment section below. I'll try to help you out there. Also, if you're enjoying these stimulus check updates and stimulus package updates, please, if you can, smash that thumbs up button. It just helps out the video. And also share this video with your friends and family over on Facebook. So the first thing that everybody wants to know: am I eligible for the second stimulus check? When is it coming? How much will I receive? As of right now, this has not been passed. Okay, so this is just speculation. However, the chances of you getting a check are very high, but the check will be probably $1,200. It'll be a one-time check. When will it come? It will probably come anywhere from August 1st to somewhere at the end of August. Okay, so somewhere in August, that's when it will come. Now, who is eligible for this $1,200 or supposedly possibly a $1,200 stimulus check? Well, if you got the first check, you will receive the second one. But there are a huge amount of people that didn't receive a first stimulus check that are eligible for a second stimulus check. And many people are eligible for a retroactive stimulus check, which means those people that are dependents, are over the age of 18 but are dependents on somebody else's tax return, they didn't get a stimulus check. They didn't get anything. So they would now, under the HEROES Act, they would be eligible for the second stimulus check, and under the HEROES Act, as it's written right now, they will be eligible for the retroactive $1,200 check. So you'd get two checks of $1,200 a piece. Now, the kids that were 17 or 18 years old and were dependents on their parents or some guardians' taxes, they didn't receive a stimulus check either. They didn't get $500. They didn't get $1,200. They got nothing. They would also be included in the $1,200 plus the retroactive $1,200. Now, one of the questions I've been getting a lot is from people that have child support, that I'm behind on my child support. They took my stimulus check payment. For the second stimulus check, would I receive it? Would I be getting it, or will the state take it? Well, as it's written right now, you would receive your second stimulus check. It will not go to the state. It will not go to cover your child support. It will go to you directly. Okay, so that's a big deal. Also, would people that are on SSI and SSDI receive a stimulus check? Yes, you should have received one in the first place. If you didn't get it, I recommend you call the IRS and see, hey, where is my stimulus check? Why haven't I received it? Where is it at? When should I expect it? Because as long as you filed taxes in 2018 or 2019, you should get your check in some way. Also, and this is a big deal, okay? There are many people that are missing their stimulus check simply because they were mailed to the wrong address. They were issued to the wrong bank account. So you need to check. Maybe you have an old address. Go there and ask the person that's living there, hey, did you receive some mail for me? Or go to maybe check your other banks, because I have multiple bank accounts. So if I didn't check all my bank accounts, I would never know if I received money for this or that. So that's one thing I recommend, is if you have multiple bank accounts, check your other bank accounts, because that might be where your stimulus check was actually sent. Now, before we get to the $250 hazard pay or the $300 stimulus check payment, I first want to address what many people should be doing if they're being threatened with an eviction. Now, first off, the eviction moratorium for many states is expiring or about to expire very soon. I believe, as of this video, I believe New York now has ended their eviction moratorium. That's huge. That is huge because New York is slowly opening up, which means a lot of people are not back to work, and now they're going to be threatened with an eviction. That is huge, and the government needs to step in and do something, or at least the states do. Now, what should you do? Here's what I recommend. The very first thing I recommend is to ask your landlord, hey, I'm not working. Be honest with them. They understand what's going on. As a landlord myself, I understand, and I'm trying to be sympathetic with everybody that I encounter. So here's what I'd recommend you do. Simply ask your landlord, hey, I'm not working right now. Can I get like 1 month off or something? Can I get a little bit of a discount on rent this month? I understand you got to pay your mortgage or you got to do this and that, but could I just cover the mortgage instead of paying the entire rent? That would really help me out. I don't want to move out. I want you to get your money, but I just don't have it. How can we work something out? So that's one way, is ask your landlord, hey, can I get like a month free rent? Okay, I'm not going to pay you this month. Or how much could I pay you and you'd still be okay? Right? Work something out. You got to help each other. The next thing I do that I recommend is you can ask for a free month, 1 month or 2 months, and then tell the landlord, and then I'll sign for an extended lease. I'll sign an additional year. Okay, let's say your lease is about up. There's many people in, for example, San Francisco and the Valley that are just leaving their leases. They're just gone, and with no attempt to pay them, no attempt to keep their lease going. They're just gone. They just leave their apartments and they're gone. They probably moved out of the state, and those people, that's kind of what's happening across the United States. Is people are just moving out of high dollar apartments. So it doesn't matter what a high dollar apartment is. It could be $4,000 like it is for the average rent in San Francisco. It could be $1,000 in some other place in the United States. So just see, hey, could you give me 2 free months of rent, and I will sign a lease for an additional year? Could we do that? That would work out, right? I think that's a good idea. And then the last thing you can do, and this is something that I did. Okay, I actually did this. Not as the renter, as the landlord. So about maybe 8 to 10 years ago, I had a tenant that he was a landscaper, and his lease was almost up, but what he wanted to do was try to save some money so he could go and get a nicer place, right? And the place that I was renting him was nice. It was a house, great looking house, great deal. But he decided, let me see if there's something I can do. And like I said, he was a landscaper. He came to me and asked, hey, my lease is almost up. You're probably going to do some landscaping anyway here on the property before you try to rent it again or sell the property. So could I do some of the work for you, a little bit of a discounted rate, and then you don't have to worry about it later on. As soon as I move out, you can show the property. And I thought, that's a great idea. That's a good deal. So I took him up on that offer. I think I paid him like $500, and then that money came back to me in rent anyway. But I gave him some money. He got a little bit of a discount. Good to go. So that could be another option, is to offer a service instead of being evicted. So hopefully that helped you out. Now let me address the $4,000 Explore America tax credit. Now this is from a website called travelweekly.com, and this let me just explain what it is. It says, the association pointed to the administration's publicly expressed interest in the idea of a travel tax credit, which as proposed would be worth 50% of qualified travel expenses incurred in the United States between its launch date and December 31st, 2021, up to the maximum of $4,000 per household. Now here's how this would work. This is how it's written. Okay, so this is just a proposal. This is not set in stone. This is not happening as of today. Okay, so it says qualified travel expenses should include any expense over $50 that is incurred while traveling away from home in the U.S. with explicit reference to the expense of meals, lodging, recreation, transportation, amusement, or entertainment, business meetings or events, and gasoline. Okay, so right there, it's very basic. You spend money to go travel, you pay for gas, you pay for your lodging, you pay for some meals, you pay for any of your amusement and entertainment, and you get 50% of that back as a tax credit when you do your tax return the following year. So Just want to explain that. That is the $4,000 Explore America tax credit. That's, as of right now, what's proposed. Whether it passes or not, who knows? Whether it's good or not for you, again, who knows? That is just what's out there. Now, let's address the city of Jacksonville, okay, is offering $300. It's a one-time payment to people that are 72 years of age or older, and also people that are receiving Social Security disability benefits, okay? So SSI, SSDI. They will give you $300. Now, all you got to do to be eligible for the program, you need to reside in Duval County. Now, I just want to be 100% clear with you guys. When I say the city of Jacksonville, I am talking about Jacksonville, Florida. In the United States alone, I think there's 28 to 30 different cities called Jacksonville. Some are spelled differently, some are spelled the same, but there's about, I think, 28 to 30 Jacksonvilles in the United States. And this, the $300 stimulus payment, is only for the residents of Jacksonville, Florida. Okay? So, that is a one-time payment of $300 to those individuals. So, if that's you, and you think you qualify, go and apply. Now, let's talk about the $250 hazard pay that you would receive if you are an essential worker in the state of Louisiana. Now, Louisiana received $511 million for their local government. And their governor decided he wants to take $50 million of that fund and put that towards essential workers. So every essential worker, from grocery store clerks to nurses, doctors, first responders, they will all receive one-time payment of $250. I think that's great. I think that's a good step in the right direction. Is $250 going to change their life forever? Is it really going to put a lot of food on the table, pay for those, backdated bills? Probably not. But again, this is a step in the right direction. Let's say you and your spouse are both essential workers. That means you will get $500. And again, I believe this is a one-time payment. I've been looking all over the internet to figure out, is this a weekly payment? Is this a monthly payment? Is this a one-time payment? As of right now, from what I can tell, this is a one-time payment. So hopefully it turns into weekly, because I think that would be great. I think that's what's needed, because these essential workers would be better off in most cases to go on unemployment and get that an additional $600 in unemployment boost. Now, do I think that's the best way to go? Absolutely not. Everybody should go back to work. However, the state of Louisiana is stepping up and giving their residents, their essential workers, okay, $250 in hazard pay. And I think that is a good move. I think that's smart. I think that's what every single state should be doing. But somebody has to be the first one. So hopefully more states jump in on this. Hopefully the government jumps in on this and they start giving essential workers that hazard pay that they are in dire need of. Now, the last thing I want to address before I go off and enjoy my Father's Day, because today it is Father's Day. So for all you fathers out there, happy Father's Day. For all you mothers out there, happy late Mother's Day. For all you just everybody else, happy Sunday. Now, here's one thing I want to address. Federal taxes are coming due July 15th. That is like 3 to 4 weeks away. And a lot of people are worried about this. If you have to pay money, you're worried about this. And I get it. I'm one of those people. I always have to pay. And that's fine. I get it. I understand. I make more money. I gotta pay. Now, here's the problem. And this is what a lot of people are saying that needs to be addressed. People are urging Steve Mnuchin, okay, to extend the deadline past July 15th so people don't have to worry about it, and also to free up funds to help the economic growth, because it's predicted that the amount of people that still have to pay their federal taxes, if you add it all up, it's going to come to roughly $1 trillion in taxes. Now, this money would be better off utilized to spend in the economy to boost the economy and get that growth that everybody is ranting and raving about. Now, if we don't do this and we take $1 trillion away from the American people, it's going to slow down growth, which usually means the federal government is going to have to step in and provide an additional stimulus check or more stimulus in some way. Now, I know I didn't go into, what is the next stimulus check and what is this and that, and there wasn't a whole lot of updates yesterday on Saturday or late evening on Friday. So because of that, there wasn't a whole lot to update you on. The updates that I gave you in today's video and in this stimulus package update are more targeted to specific people and locations. For example, essential workers, Jacksonville, Louisiana. Okay, so if you have any questions whatsoever on any of the stimulus package updates, on the second stimulus check, on when's the second stimulus check coming, why haven't I received my first stimulus check, whatever your question is, ask your questions down in the comment section below. I'll try to get to them as quickly as possible and answer them the best way that I know how. But again, thanks for watching this stimulus check update. If you have any questions, ask them down in the comment section below. Hit that thumbs up button if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you guys on the next one.